Hi everybody, I'm Vicki Gould, health coach and master herbalist. Today we're going to talk about makeup. This is something actually that my friends know I don't wear very much of, but as I'm getting older I'm coming to realize I need to wear it a little bit more. I'm always concerned with whatever I'm putting in my body, and it also matters what's being soaked in through your skin. So I want to talk today a little bit about some of the things that you could use instead of buying commercial makeup. So first thing let's talk about is some blush. It's actually really easy. You can just use plain old beetroot powder. And I already poured some of this into a little bowl here because I'm going to use it for lip stain as well. But I've heard you can use this just straight and powder it on and do that for your blush. If you want a different color, you can add cocoa powder or cinnamon or even turmeric. Another thing is that you could use dehydrated strawberries. Now, if you don't actually have beetroot powder available to you or you don't feel like buying it, you can actually make your own in a dehydrator, slice them thin, put them in there to dry up, and then put it in your bullet. You can do the same thing with strawberries. So either one will work for your blush. So I hear, and at the end of this I'm going to try it myself. Okay, so let's move on to the lip stain. I've heard that we consume about 3 pounds of lipstick in our lifetime. I've heard it as high as 7, but that kind of seems high. I was doing some research on that, and it's about 3 pounds per lifetime. That's a lot. So might as well make it something good. And we're going to start with beetroot powder again. So what I'm going to do is I am going to use some vegetable glycerin, and you're going to use 1 teaspoon of vegetable glycerin. And what I have here is my little chocolate melting pot, and I'm going to put it in there because we're going to add some beeswax to it. I forgot to take the little tabby off. So hey, at least you know it's new, right? Okay. We're going to put 1 teaspoon of vegetable glycerin in this mixture. I'll let that drip out there. And then we're going to use 1 teaspoon of beeswax pellets that I just threw all over the counter. And then we are also going to use 1 teaspoon of beetroot. My mom gave me these little measuring spoons that are hearts, and each one has a little saying on it. The one that is 1 teaspoon actually says a spoonful of laughter. So we are going to put a spoonful of laughter in with our beet powder and melt that down. The beeswax is gonna help make it into a lip gloss kind of consistency that you can put in a little jar container. So we're going to mix that up, let it heat up. That's what it looks like so far. And while this is melting down and mixing up, and it smells like beets, I'm going to talk about foundation. So foundation, it's interesting that you can use cocoa powder, and I'm kind of afraid myself that if I have cocoa powder all over my face all day, I might want to, I don't know, pluck some off every so often, have a little snack here and there. Anyways, what we're going to start with on the foundation is arrowroot powder. Now I like to use arrowroot powder instead of cornstarch because cornstarch is usually GMO, and I like to stay away from that. So I get Bob's arrowroot powder, and then we're going to add a 1/2 teaspoon, which says a dash of tenderness, and the tablespoon of arrowroot powder said a heap full of love. So we're going to have a heap of love with the arrowroot and a dash of tenderness with some cocoa powder. Then if you want, you can also use some cinnamon if the color's not quite right. Make sure it's all finely powdered, and actually this smells really good. So you're going to try to get the color that you want for your skin. I think I'm going to put a little bit more cocoa powder in mine because I need mine slightly more dark. Now, you can also buy some mica powder and some translucent powder and things like that if you want a little bit of a shimmer. I haven't tried that yet. Alright, so this is what it looks like. I've got arrowroot, cocoa powder, and cinnamon in it. I'm going to see how close this is to my skin color. It's actually pretty good, and you know, the extra bonus with arrowroot powder is that it soaks up oily skin. Now I have oily skin, and that's just an extra bonus for me. So let's see. Not sure if you can see it, but I'm telling you what, it smells really awesome. I wouldn't mind actually playing with this every day if I got to smell like cocoa. Alright, now the other thing that we're going to talk about is eyeliner. Now I've heard that an easy thing to do is just to use just plain old activated charcoal. So I put some in a little tub here, and make sure you get food grade again, because if you're going to put it on your body, it needs to be food grade. Now some people have said that you could use jojoba oil and use this with the activated charcoal, or you can use the activated charcoal just plain. And what I'm going to use is this little applicator, put some oil on it, and dip it into my activated charcoal. So it sounds pretty simple. I hope it works, and at the end I'll show you if I have a nice face or a clown face. Alright, in the meantime, my lip stain looks like it has completely melted. I don't know if you can tell this color, but it's very dark red. And once this sets up, you can just apply it with your finger. Now you can also use this as a blush if you don't like the powder. Okay, I will be right back. I'm going to try it all and show you what it looks like. Okay, so hopefully you can tell now that I've tried it and I gave you the two pictures, the before and after, that it really does work. I put the beetroot on my cheeks, the powder. I used the beeswax glycerin and beetroot powder mixture on my lips, and I used activated charcoal on my eyelids. Now I don't line the bottom, I just do the top, just a preference of mine. But what I did find out is I wouldn't recommend the jojoba, however you want to say it, because it was just a little too greasy. So a little dab of water and then the activated charcoal on the lids. Don't use it just plain, because the activated charcoal will dribble into your eyes and cause an irritation. And I really, really did like the foundation. It doesn't smell like cocoa powder anymore, which is actually a good thing for me, or I'd be thinking about chocolate all day long. But hopefully these have been good tips for you. Thanks for watching. See you later.